back to my channel. If you don't know me, I'm Savannah. I'm a 16-year-old youth ambassador for Digitally Lit, and I am so excited for today's video. This was one of my most favorite videos to film up to date because I got to film it with my friend and fellow youth ambassador Moriya Boyle. This is the first video in my new series that I'm calling Meet the Youth Ambassadors, where I'm going to interview every youth ambassador at Digitally Lit, and you get to know what we're up to and what to look forward to in Digitally Lit, and you get to meet all the amazing people that I work with. So without further ado, let's go interview Moriya. So today we have Moriya here. She's a fellow youth ambassador for Digitally Lit, and I'm going to be interviewing her today. So how did you first become introduced to Digitally Lit?
So the way that I found out about Digitally Lit was actually through another youth ambassador, Ellie. She's also another youth ambassador. She told me about this, and if I'm going to be honest, I actually didn't believe her at first because it kind of sounded like a made-up job. But then I applied and I spoke with Robin, and I got the job, and since then it's been history.
That's awesome. That's pretty much how I found out. About from you. Like, that's awesome. I need to be a part of this. What has your experience been so far as a youth ambassador?
I think it's been pretty crazy. Like, I just didn't think that any of this could be possible, I guess. I've had a lot of great opportunities and experiences with Digitally Lit. Specifically, I've been able to meet a few authors, and I've been able to partake in a few interviews, and so media training, I guess, is one big thing that I've gotten to take away from this, but most importantly, I've gotten to learn about local authors and just find out that there's so many great books that are available very close to your home.
That's awesome. I saw that you did an interview recently with Radio Canada.
Yeah, that was exciting. Sure. It was actually my very first time doing an interview in French. French is my second language, and it was actually pretty exciting. It was a radio interview, so I spoke with her, and then it aired on the radio, and we pretty much just spoke about the impact that social media has on broadcasting local books, specifically libraries and places like chapters, and how it just really helps engage with youth.
Awesome. I watched it, like, when you posted on Instagram. I listened to it, and it was really good.
Oh, thank you.
Why do you think it's so important to read local, and how do you think Digitally Lit promotes reading local to youth?
I think it's very important to read local, not only before the pandemic, but more so during the pandemic and ever since it started. Supporting local has been one narrative that has been pushed a lot, and more specifically for reading, I find that the mainstream specifically comes from the States, and so all the great local books that are written by Atlantic authors, they're really in the shadow of all of these books, and I think it's just so important to highlight the literature and the art that are coming from these small places, because this is an opportunity to really get, like, our province and Atlantic Canada well known and on the map.
Yeah, that's very true. What has been one book that had a real impact on you that you got from being a youth ambassador with Digitally Lit?
I'd have to say there's two books that have really left a big impact on me. I'd say Annika by Andrea Fenton. That was one of the very first books that I've read with Digitally Lit, and I'd say it left a huge impact on me because it was one of the first books I've ever read that used places that I was familiar with, and I found that the imagery, like, it was just so easy to imagine this book and create the story in my mind because I was so familiar with the places that they were describing in this book. And another book I'd have to say would be The Elephant Talks to God by, I can't remember. Anyways, it was a great book because I just didn't know that philosophy type books could come from a place like New Brunswick. So it was a really great read. It was very insightful, and it was very, very well done.
Do you have any projects coming up, like that podcast with Ellie? Is that in the works?
Yeah, so we are super busy, but we are still keeping the idea alive, and we're still working on it. Other than that, I have giveaways. I have a giveaway coming up in February. I believe it starts February the 7th. But another giveaway is coming up, and I'm actually partnering with 2 other people. So it's a bit of a twist for this next giveaway. But if anyone is interested, they can check it out on my Instagram page and enter to try and win some free books.
Yes, perfect. I'm going to link Moriya's Instagram in the description box, and make sure to go check her out. What platform do you think that you've grown the most on in the reading community?
I'd say that I think I've reached the most people on TikTok. It was an area that I wasn't very familiar with. I had only downloaded TikTok because everyone was on it during the pandemic, during quarantine. But ever since then, I was able to discover this reading community, and it's just been a way to make jokes about reading that you think that you're the only one that does it, but then you find out that there's like thousands of other people that can relate to you. So I'd say that TikTok is a place where I've really been able to grow and explore.
Me too. I think TikTok is definitely one of my most favorite platforms to use. Get really creative. Do you have any tips for reading local?
I think it's like with anything, when you try and choose a book, it can be really tough if you're unfamiliar with what you're into. But I would say my biggest tip is not to judge a book by its cover. And I know that's like such an old saying, but I think it's really important in this case because although some of the books that are written by Atlantic authors, the page titles and the covers may look a bit odd at first glance. I'd say if you really did give it a chance and you took the time to read it and you really read it, then I think that you would really start to enjoy reading local books.
Do you have any local recommendations?
At the moment, I'm reading Crippled by David Powers, and I'm actually really, really enjoying it. It's like a play-style novel, I'd say. So you line by line, you read what the characters are saying, and that's a first for me. But I'm really enjoying the plot, and I think that is one of my best recommendations at the moment.
Great, I will have to check that out. Do you have any tips for anybody looking to join the reading community and how to grow their account?
Really, I'd say that just go for it. It's a very, very welcoming community, and everyone is there to either give you book recommendations or really just support you along your journey and give you words of encouragement. So I just say make the jump and reach out to people that enjoy reading, and you'll be astonished by the feedback that you get.
That is great. That is all the questions I have. Do you have any?
Oh my goodness, super good questions. I don't know. Do I? Well, I've been watching all the stuff you're doing, and it's super exciting. I love it. I was watching your episodes for YouTube, and they're very, very interesting. You're welcome. I don't know. What else could I say? Man, I wasn't prepared. You're prepared. I'm not prepared. I'm looking bad right now. Okay, well maybe we are looking to hire right now. We're looking specifically for people in Prince Edward Island. So if anyone lives down there and is interested in joining the team, then we highly encourage it. Thank you so much for having me. This was very exciting.
Thank you for getting interviewed. Really happy you said yes.
Yeah, I was excited when you asked. I was like, oh my goodness. Are we about to be YouTube stars now?
We're gonna go viral.
Yeah. The minute you post it, 1 million views right there. Oh my goodness. I find, oh my goodness, no. But, like, I find ever since winter started, like, my views have been down, and I'm like, you guys, like, where's the love?
Yeah.
Where's the love?
I'll post something like really stupid and it'll like get views, and then I'll post something that I like worked hard on and it's just like 5 views.
Yes, I hate it so much. I'm like, are you kidding me? It's fine though, it's fine. No, this was awesome though, thank you.
Well, anyway, that's all we have for today. So thank you so much, Moriya.
Thank you.
Bye.
Awesome, bye, have a good day.
You too.
Thank you all for watching. I hope you enjoyed today's video. It was super fun to film. And be sure to look out for other videos that are going to be in the Meet the Youth Ambassador series. And make sure to check out Moriya. Everything's going to be linked in the description. And yeah, make sure to like, comment, and subscribe. Bye!